T Boogie, and right now you rocking with DJ Bree Mafia. T Boogie, and right now you rocking with DJ Bree Mafia.
guys, it's DJ Bree Mafia. Y'all rocking out OG Radio.
Hi, I'm Virginia Sudan, and we're Sankofa Financial Group. We're a family-owned CPA firm providing tax planning and wealth management services. Our business is family-friendly, and we can't wait to meet you and your family. So check us out at www.sankofafinancial.net.
Good job. Welcome back to OG Radio.
The radio station for our generation. It's your girl, Mishon La Reine.
It's your boy, CJ.
And I just wanted to say happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Happy Side Chick Day to everybody.
Oh, happy Side Chick. I thought that was Friday.
It's today.
It's today.
That's what I heard. It's today, too.
It's today. Ain't nothing open on Mondays.
Happy Day of Love. I think every day should be a day of love. That's just my PSA right there.
No, it's definitely Side Chick Saturday. Like, it's always the Saturdays. Because it's I'm busy Sunday. I got church. You know what I'm saying? Like, da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, my gosh. Before we go any further, let's welcome DJ Bree Mafia in the building. What it do, baby?
Yeah, we almost forgot.
Nah, we can't forget. We can't
Exactly.
forget. Bree Mafia, she's not Trilla K, but Bree Mafia is the GOAT in her own way. I love the way she put the DMV on. Like, I just love that. We thank you very much.
And thank you for having me.
So
Go
good.
ahead.
Now you go ahead.
I was saying, I was just going to say, blessed to definitely have her, like, having a DJ that put on an artist and this with our movement type shit that's putting everything on, you know? Just how we doing it, that's all.
And that's what we want to. We want more artists from the local area to submit their work, submit their music, videos, all that to OG Radio Podcast on Instagram. You know, we're trying to work with you. If you got some good stuff, and we won't, I don't know. I do like to put on everything, but if it's got like a nasty, toxic message, I don't even know if I want to, support that.
That'd be the exciting stuff. That's the stuff that
I know, we try and progress.
It ain't toxic. It ain't got no flavor
We're trying
to it.
Excel as a generation. You know what I'm saying? The music we listen to has got a message. It's got meaning.
Yeah, it's putting energy in our minds and things like that into our work. But definitely feel good with what we did last weekend. We got another brand today coming through.
It's exciting. We got to keep bringing the brands on. Like, my goal is we got like our own little Melrose Avenue in DMV with all black-owned brands. We just need to keep feeding into each other, supporting each other. I don't know what it is, if it's like pride or stubbornness, but that's what I can literally see it like with my own two eyes. Like, people just wearing, I'm sorry, there's too many to count from, but you got what you call it that just, I'm sorry.
Which one?
Damn. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Because I'm talking about the one from the magazine, Narwhals.
Oh, okay.
That was one. But then we got Different Vibes. That's another one.
And then the other PG County brand that was on earlier.
PG County. Yeah. PG County. We should be rocking these niggas like they're Sean John. Like,
no, most definitely. Like, we definitely like got to tap into that culture, and kind of like what we was talking about last week with Different Vibes. It's like looking at like how we grew up and stuff like that. It's a different platform, and everybody back then in the DMV was wearing like Salviato and stuff like that. Like, it was all these
still crack.
And then even our parents' generation, they was wearing the Shooters brand. Like, we should have like our own stores that's like that. Was like, nah, like, this joint hot for real, or try this joint out. But that means I feel like as brands, we got to step our game up too, and not just be producing the same stuff. We got to have quality fabrics, like quality different pieces stuff, instead of just the same thing, standard sweatsuits.
I agree. And I feel as though even with quality, also with persistence, like,
yes,
they need to be persistent, and we will keep supporting those brands that are persistent, because that's what matters to me. Is like, y'all don't want to quit, y'all don't want to give up. But yeah, we got some very special guests today, and we're gonna pay some bills. Come right back.
Take a short break. We'll see y'all then.
Tell me, I need to know, where do you wanna go? 'Cause if you're down, then up we go. Make it lose control. 'Cause if you're down, 'cause if you're down, 'cause if you're down, I need one dance. Throw your hands in my hands. One more dance before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Throw your hands in my hands. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. Throw your hands in my hands. One more dance before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Throw your hands in my hands. One more time before I go.
It's T Boogie, and right now you rocking with DJ Bree Mafia.
Turn up, we until we just get loose. Baby, don't keep feeling you. Don't be still a group, don't keep feeling you. Don't be still a group, don't keep feeling you. Don't be still a group. No, I bet you wanna tell them don't die, don't keep feeling you. Don't be still a group, don't keep feeling you. Don't be still a group, don't keep feeling you. Don't be still a group. No, I bet you wanna tell them don't die. No, girl, I got a job for you. Swear to God, I can do a lot for you. So you strolling through the campus, I had to stop for you. I was scrolling through the gram, but I had to follow you. Said something, girl, I got a job for you. Swear to God, I can do a lot for you. So you strolling through the campus, I had to stop for you. I was scrolling through the gram, but I had to follow you. Said something.
T Boogie, and right now you rocking with DJ Bree Mafia.
DJ Bree Mafia goes hard. I'm selfish. Talk you to myself, I can't help it. Yeah, maybe I'm selfish. All my ladies and I can't. Maybe I'm selfish. Talk you to myself, I can't help it. Yeah, oh one, yeah, but me, yeah, baby. To my thick chicks down in Texas, all the way to New Orleans, where the girls could catfish. And in LA, every chick's an actress. Hollywood status with the shady glasses. To Detroit, yeah, the place that I rest, where the ladies got asses and live sex. And Hot Atlanta, y'all, is one of the best, where they speak southern slang and smoke cess. And New York women are way too fresh. Too much on your mind, let me ease that stress. I wish you all were mine, it's so selfish. Maybe I'm feeling myself too much, I get it right. To my ladies all across the globe, in small towns that I don't even. To all local, international gold. Whether you see me in streets or catch me at shows, I'm calling. Maybe I'm selfish. I'll talk you to myself, I can't help it.
Right now you rocking with
Maybe I'm
DJ
selfish. You're my lady, and I can't. Maybe I'm selfish. Talk you to myself, I can't help it. Be with you, no one, yeah, but me, yeah, baby.
Now don't be trying to come around my girl acting like Mr. Friendly. And still the spotlight like Mr. Bentley. I spotted her like Spud McKenzie. And for them fake movies, I paid them Benjis. Get your own. I got Pimpers, he got Nicky, he tried to get him a clone. He said, yeah, you know you got extra hoes and everything you do is extra cold. From the polo fleece to the Jesus piece. I got family in high places like Jesus needs. Can I please stay my peace? If I rest to death, then I'm deceived. And this one here is a heat rock. Spit like the beatbox, the way the beat rocks. New version of heat rock. But for that Benz, I get CL love. So I switch my girls around like 3L Dub. I'm calling.
Maybe I'm selfish. I don't want you to myself again.
Welcome.
Welcome back. Yo, gonna introduce our first guest, My Flawed Reality. Go ahead, y'all. Introduce yourselves.
My name's Tay.
My name's Meech.
Y'all are.
Flawed reality.
Nah, I had to get that. That shit was tough. All right, so I'm going to ask my first question because we passing the mics tonight. It's all good. I also want to thank DJ Bree Mafia again.
Thank you always.
For bringing that tough. I love the mixes, man. We got to have. Yes. And just to let y'all know, y'all could follow her on SoundCloud just to hear that for yourselves at home.
Follow her on Instagram too, DJ Bree Mafia. I get that right?
Yes.
Yeah, follow her on Instagram. You can find that on SoundCloud in the link in her bio.
Yes.
And DJBreeMafia.com.
Yes. .com. So my first question for y'all is, what inspired y'all to name your brand, My Flawed Reality? Flawed Reality.
So I think a big thing was 2020 was a hard year for a lot of people. I feel like 2020 was a year where a lot of people had to find different realizations about themselves. You know, they had to get a deeper in tune connection with themselves. And I think a big thing people had to understand was be one with your flaws. Don't try to run from them. Be one with them. And I feel like Meech brought me the idea. He said, man, I want to start a brand that embraces people's flaws. I said, dang, that's real. Because people's flaws are their reality. And then it was like, boom, flawed reality.
Yeah, nah, he definitely connected on that. The feeling of feeling flawed kind of came about just with COVID and everything going on, and I don't know where it came from. It could have been music, it could have been a lot, but yeah, it was just flawed popped up in my head, and I was like, yo, I like that, but I wasn't about to call the brand just Flawed. So we was working out one day, and then I was like, yo, I got this idea, and we always talk fashion, we always talk like streetwear brands, like eventually starting our own, but we're both in grad school right now, so it kind of was like, we're not gonna end up doing it. But he was like, nah, I like that. I was like, all right, you got a second part to it, and then, you know, he came with the reality, and then the story was kind of easy. You know, I started with the Flawed, he brought the reality, and yeah, put it together as one, like a little group or something.
Yo, I really bang with that. Like a lot, that's what I've been noticing. A lot of people that started these brands in 2020, like it's we didn't give up. And as black people, for real, like it's like we not lazy. Like, oh, I commend y'all being in grad school and starting this business and during a pandemic. Like those, like y'all should be a proud of those accomplishments alone, just starting out. Like, you know, like that's right there. Like, and then the message Flawed Reality too. To me, is like you was asking like, oh, we don't know where it came from. Like maybe it's just the 2020. Like 2020 made us really look at like, dang, like what's missing for real. And either way, we had to get through that shit regardless. It don't matter like what you missing. You can't give up because the next day is just gonna get worse. So it's like embrace your flaws, embrace the things that you don't have, and make a way to work with it. And I think that's really what it was. Like, all right, I ain't got no money right now. All right, well, I still gotta get it in somehow. I still gotta eat. I'm gonna find a way to get something to eat. I don't have to buy food. I can get some food somewhere. Like, so I really bang with the message for real, what y'all got. You know, that's definitely like, I don't know if that's where it came from, but like that, I feel like that's the energy that y'all got coming from Flawed Reality for real. So.
Oh, you ain't got no question?
No, I don't got no question just yet. Let you go. I got mine. It'll come.
Okay, so my next question was gonna be, how hard was it for the beginning process, the starting journey?
It was definitely hard. I tried back in college to start a brand and couldn't stick with it. It was too much going on, and I think we all got a lot of busy time going on, and it's like really inconvenient, you know, with life, and you know, COVID slowed things down. I went from having like a busy schedule, working full time, to the job didn't need me at that moment. So you got all this free time on your hands, and it was like, just felt mad lazy. And I was like, dang, we just sitting here. That's why we really got back into working out, because gyms weren't really an option when COVID first hit. So it was like, all right, we're going to start running. We're going to start figuring out a way to, you know, not feel as sluggish, because at that point, school hadn't started. So once we kind of got in that mood to kind of like get up and stuff like that, it was like, all right, now we starting a brand. And it's like, how do we do it? You know, we had never been there, but we've been around fashion for forever, you know, so it's just like, all right, we had a bunch of mentors that either had clothing lines or whatever, and start asking questions, kind of got back on the student mind frame, did that, and then it was like, all right, enough like being hesitant, we just kind of jumped in and did it. I think that's like been the biggest thing, like with starting up, like so many questions, this isn't right, this isn't, you know, it's not this time, you know, this came up, you know, grass, whatever. It's a bunch of excuses, but it was just really took for us to actually just do it, take that leap of faith. And really, once you put that money up in the beginning, it's like, man, that's how much it costs to make some shirts to start off.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, because you see people start off with like even just small collections. I think our first collection was just 3 shirts. It was like, you're only making 3 shirts. Okay, that's fine. And then you figure out what goes all into making just 3 shirts and perfecting that is like crazy. It took months.
So, go ahead.
I feel like another thing is, me just talking about, we try to start a clothing business in college. It went either further back to high school when we used to sell Goodwood, back when that was big and popping. I just feel like we always just had this tenacious entrepreneur kind of sense to us. So I feel like we always knew we was going to succeed. But I think it was always just like, when it was going to happen. So I think a big struggle for us beginning is kind of like knowing how to start, right? Because everyone has the input at first. Oh, you should do it like this. You should do it like that. You should do this first. Do that first. I feel like it took me and Meech a couple sits downs to be like, yo, bro, we just need to do it our way. You know what I mean? We already know what we got to do. We got to just get out there and do it.
Yeah. So when y'all in the lab or when y'all coming up with ideas or just in your creative space, what are y'all looking at? Like, as far as, are you looking at fabrics or are you looking at colors? Like, what's the next step that y'all looking at? Like you said, you started out with t-shirts, but you know, I just got 3 t-shirts. So like, what's the next thing that you're going to use to engage, you know, your customers?
So I feel like a big thing with us is quality. Like you said, a lot of brands just throw out a t-shirt. Doesn't really matter what the quality is. Doesn't really matter anything behind it. But a big thing we shoot for is, we like the heavier cottons. We like something that when you wear it, you're gonna feel like you're wearing money. We want you to feel like what you're wearing. So pretty much fabrics is a big thing, and then colors. We want to try to do something a little different with the colors. Anybody can drop a black shirt, a white shirt, and just slap their logo on it. But we want to put a message on it, and we want to try to, you know what I mean, experiment different colors, experiment different designs, and that's where we are.
Oh, my bad. Just to add to that, kind of just what the process looks like. So before we even like start like sketching out like ideas, it's really, what's the story, you know? So this drop was called This Can't Be My Reality. So we kind of came up with each drop, it has a name. Once we get that name, ideas, you know, we got like the notes in the phone, and it's like, okay, I like this, I like that, and we start adding, we start naming pieces. And once we start getting names, like it's a concept for each piece we drop. We don't just kind of drop it to drop it. And then it's like, all right, now this works, this can come out with that. And then we start sketching, getting the design, going over that with our graphic person. And yeah, that kind of just launches the whole process. But the meaning is the big part. It kind of kicks it off.
Yeah, I say I definitely bang with the hoodies. Like, it's definitely, you can see the quality. Like, I don't know if they can see it on camera, but it definitely looks like the essentials sweatsuits like this. I think so.
Vibe.
Yeah, it's definitely giving that vibe more than that. So it's like I can definitely see the quality, and y'all took time into it, into y'all work for real.
I agree. Now we have a lot more questions, but we're gonna take another commercial break and we're gonna come right back.
Press. Cardi don't need more press. Kill them all, put them to rest. Walk in bulletproof vest. Please tell me who she gon' check. Murder scene, Cardi made a mess. Pop up, guess who? Pop up, guess who? Ding dong. Must be that whip that I ordered. And a new grip for my daughter. You know a bad gon' spoil her got one in New York, need one in Georgia. New Bentley truck is a quarter. My money still long like weed. Still wet like Florida. Everyone jump on the floor. She was talking, but not anymore. Next to your face, I contour. This shop like a strip from the York. Done with the talking, I'm open to violence. Ask anybody, they know I'm about it. Hashtag whip that. Around, we gon' start a new challenge. I come in this and I'm strapped up and ready. Right on that like I'm Cardi and Andretti. Get your crib, we don't go to no telly. I sit on his face whenever I'm ready. DJ Breathe Mafia.
Love, all I wanna do is be the one to hold you down. Sit back, relax, relate, don't you make a sound.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Whoa, whoa. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Whoa, whoa.
Love, you tried everything, but you won't give up. Tell me what you know you wouldn't do for love.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Whoa, whoa. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. 'Cause I know who you are. Come right as you are.
Oh my God, is that you again?
Let us let go of our transgressions. Give me a perfect imperfection. 'Cause I want all your flaws. Destiny writings on the wall. We need a change in our direction.
DJ Breathe
Give me
Mafia.
a perfect imperfection. Short imperfections.
Oh my God, is that you
Love,
again?
Trust.
DJ
I've been
Breathe
impressed with, but not one, not two, but all three. No, I can't stand you when it's us, you and I, all alone. I need your attention, so could you please take time for your phone? Swap conversations, I mean, damn, could you look me in the eye? Fuck obligations, take away. Should I know? You got time, no hesitation.
Welcome back, y'all. Here with my Flawed Reality again. Yo, I'm gonna bring it in with this question as far as what do y'all do? Do y'all have a manufacturer as far as for your clothes pieces, or is that something that y'all building to get to?
So we have a couple different manufacturers that we use right now. We haven't really locked in on one just yet, just because we're trying to find one that gives us the perfect price point and one that also gives us the right quality that we're looking for.
Yeah, just to add to that, that was like one of the challenges to like first start with it. I think a big part was, do we stay in the U.S.? Do we go overseas? Because overseas, of course, is cheaper, but with COVID, like it's cost us delays. Like this line was supposed to come out, I want to say late December, January. It just dropped ended January. So so it kept getting pushed back, and we've had that problem before. But the quality was really good. Price points, they matter, but it was like at the end of the day, we know like this is something we're trying to build long term. It's not like hitting like a quick lick or anything like that. So it's like we're gonna make money, but it's not like we got to make it all at once. It's gonna be a slow grind with it. So just trying to figure that out. Usually we get stuff and it comes in as like blanks. So we're not doing cut and sew yet. So that's something we want to learn how to do. And then from there, we got someone we go to for direct to garment. We got someone we go to for screen print, embroidery. So we got a bunch of different people we go once we get the garment. But it's just trying to find that one-stop shop. And if we can find that in the U.S., that's going to simplify stuff going forward.
Mm-hmm. And that was my main thing. A lot of the clothing brands that I've talked to, they start out with just printing on a shirt, and then they get to that, okay, I want to get a manufacturer phase. And I believe somebody was saying that manufacturers like they give you like a monthly payment that you gotta do when you do a contract with one, and then it's just like, I guess every roadmap into starting your own brand is different. Some people stay with the wholesale method, or going into, like you said, getting somebody in the U.S. and things like that. Like just trying to figure out like what's the general process for somebody that is want to start their own brand and things like that.
So I wouldn't say it's any right or wrong process. Everyone's process is different. I think a lot of my mentors was telling me, you start off with like one shirt. And I was like, just one shirt? That's it? And they was like, yeah, just make like a couple of those per size. And I didn't want to do that because I was thinking about numbers. And of course you want to put out bigger. So we did 3 shirts. And I think even when we were doing 3, I was telling them, and it was like, oh, dang, that's a lot. And then I think we ended up doing like 3. And I think each was like maybe 36 per shirt. Yeah, so it was like we went with like a lofty goal to start off with, and it's like it felt good that we moved that in probably about a week and a half. But I remember what it felt like just having them clothes sitting. So I know why a lot of people do pre-orders, and it was like that was something recommended to us. But it was like I know people want their stuff now, especially this generation, and pre-orders, especially with shipping and all that stuff. How you wait like a month for stuff, you don't even want it when you get it. So it's just like, yeah, it's kind of learning the process. But I would just say ask questions, try to find a manufacturer that's close, and yeah.
And I would say, like Meech said, the way he had different mentors, definitely find you a mentor. Definitely find you somebody who's been there, done that before, so you're not going in too blind with it. Like you said, a lot of people told us to start out small and build your way up, but we knew what we were selling. We knew that we could push it, and we knew that with kind of our tenacious nature and kind of how ambitious we are, it's going to move one way or another. Like you said, we kind of came out the gate swinging with our first drop. Week and a half, 2 weeks, everything was pretty much sold out. So I was kind of like, dang, you know, if we didn't go as big as we wanted to, we would have never really known our potential, you know?
That's wonderful. All right, I have 2 questions for y'all. I'm going to pass it back to you. So my first question is, what was your most heaviest impact throughout this whole journey with your brand? And the second, I'm gonna wait. You answer the first one.
Heaviest impact?
Heaviest impact.
Sheesh. I think when we started doing the videos, because I think we started doing videos with our drops, kind of just asking people different questions that correlated with our drops. Like our last drop was, this can't be our reality. So pretty much asking people, what is your reality? What does reality mean to you? What are some of your flaws and how have you overcame them? And then getting different DMs from people saying like, dang, like I feel like I have that same flaw. It's nice to hear other people having it and being able to embrace it and get through that.
Definitely as far as impact, I think this clothing part, like, I'm not going to say it's simple because we're still learning it. And of course, we're not like at the point we want to be, but we've been studying for fashion for forever. It kind of feels like that. We kind of grew up together, so that's all we talked about. And so I kind of know what people want, and the biggest part is selling it, like the story behind it, making it so it's just not like a normal brand. And there's nothing wrong with just being like a DMV brand, but something that's like universal, something that, you know, everyone's gonna want. So that's been the hardest part, and that story part, getting people to kind of open up and share that story. You know, you talk about flaws, and people are like, I don't know. It's just, they just look at it different sometimes, and there's a lot of stuff. We all got so many different flaws, whether it's inside, outside. So just getting that the conversation going has been the biggest impact.
And I think that conversation piece kind of leads into my next point. We really like when people interact with us. So go on our Instagram. I know it's already been dropped at My Flawed Reality, and we try to drop different stories that you can interact with. We try to have lives for you to come on and kind of, you know what I mean, express yourself, express your flaws and how you got through them. Pretty much, I mean, this is more just a clothing brand. It's like a movement.
A community.
Exactly, a community, a family. That's really what we're building into.
I love that. I love that. Okay, my second question is, y'all almost made me forget the question. Okay. Y'all did make me forget the question. Those answers were great. Damn.
I got one though. So I just had a good idea, or I don't know if this is what y'all are looking at in the future. Like, do y'all talked about embracing people's flaws. Is there a way that y'all got like space on y'all hoodies? Maybe like add an image of the flaw. Like maybe like if somebody got a list of flaws, like, oh, you got this, and a way to embrace it, like, yo,
badge.
Yeah, like a badge of honor almost. Like, yo, like have like a certain design for this flaw, like, and they can like custom they hoodie or they piece to their flaws in a way. I think that'd be like tough. Like you said, it's a movement for real. Like, and that's something simple as clothes, but it's also like enlightening at the same time. Like, nah, these are my flaws. I wear them proudly. Like, yo, this is my brand. Like they'll feel like, yo, like, yeah, they'll say like, this is my brand. Like, this is my flaws type. I think that'd be dope if y'all like looked into that for real.
Nah, that's dope. I think that's something we definitely want to look into. I think with each drop, we kind of name the pieces. So like the joint he's wearing now, we call it the Fortune hoodie, Fortune sweatsuit, and that's kind of like for the overthinkers, the people that, you know, want to predict the future, but you know, it kind of got cloudy with COVID, so you're living day by day. So that was kind of like a flaw for me, because I'm always thinking about the bigger picture, and now I kind of had to go one step at a time. So we try to do that, but I think the biggest thing is going to be like telling the story, and then I think people do a lot better with visuals. So maybe something we want to do is showing more, I wouldn't say flaws, but more like people, different images that are abstract to people, stuff that's not common to people. So I don't consider it a flaw, but it's beauty in everything. So whether you got a birthmark on your face, or you got something different about you, it makes you stand out, it makes you beautiful. So that's what we really want to get into next, actually showing it, because I think some of the other stuff can go over people's heads at times. So
you know, even into that abstract part, like me said, this is the Fortune hoodie I have on, but the hoodie he has on, all about a hoodie. It's a hoodie about, finding balance, you know, pretty much I feel like people struggle with finding that balance between am I good enough or am I supposed to be here or not? And I feel like I struggle with that. You know, being in dental school, it's always like, am I supposed to be here? Am I smart enough to be here? Am I good enough to pretty much take care of people's teeth, health, everything that comes with that? And I feel like this hoodie was pretty much for me, and just finding that balance and knowing that you're worthy.
Oh, that's powerful. That's really powerful, yo.
My overthinking and just always question like, yo, where am I supposed to be at the right time? Not so much as I'm very like prideful. I have amazing confidence in myself, but it's more so like is this the right? I always want to do things the right way. So it's like, yo, am I here? Am I in the right place I'm supposed to be? So like I definitely get that overthinking and just always question like, yo, am I doing this the right way? And sometimes you gotta just, find, like you said, find the balance and figure out like, yo, if it's not where I'm supposed to be, I'll eventually get there where I'm supposed to be. As long as I'm doing something, I'm trying at the end of the day. So I definitely relate to that.
I agree too, because I'm not gonna lie, you got a lot of people watching that can admit that we like to be in control, and it's just something we can't do. Because when you don't get what you expected, then your world kind of crashes, and then you see what you really have control over. So the whole message with living day by day and enjoying that's really important. I thank y'all for speaking that. That's the message we really want to get out here on the show. Definitely.
It actually also ties into what you guys said about 2020, facing your reality. They go hand in hand, all the things you were overthinking, all the questions about if you need to be here, if you should be here, if you shouldn't. It's a great, gateway. This time is definitely where people should definitely confront their flaws for sure.
Yeah. My next question was, y'all have any future plans other than what you said earlier? Because it was a snippet. You want to get into what y'all got in the future. Y'all want to keep that a secret, a surprise.
We could go ahead and share a little bit. So our next drop, hopefully it's sometime April, spring. We're still working on colorways and stuff like that. The biggest thing is we got the name for it, so it's Far From Flawless. So that's gonna be the concept for it. And So once we start with that, the images will kind of come. He does all our camera work. So we just want to show more flaws. So definitely if you're a model or something and you're looking to be in the next shoot, it's April, so we got some time. But definitely always looking for that. So that
was gonna be my doing. Like, do y'all have like a brand ambassador program where y'all working on that, like getting like people to come in and then wear y'all brand and network?
So we definitely have a couple. What you call a brand ambassador?
I don't know if we're gonna say we got brand ambassadors, something like that, I guess. But we're always trying to use different faces because we always want to tell different stories and not the same story. So I wouldn't necessarily we have different, like one in particular brand ambassador, but we're always looking for new faces for each shoot.
I like that.
We need fresh faces, male, female, for this next shoot. So
and especially people with different looks. Like if you feel like you're not supposed to be a model, but you really want to do it, we want somebody like you. Like if you feel like you're too flawed, let's say you have acne, or you feel like you're too short, you feel like you're XYZ, like we're here to help you embrace that, and we're the brand for you.
I bang with that. I think that actually brings me a thought. What's that rapper, the dark skin girl? Is it Chica? I think. Like, it's a rapper that's like, no, she's like you wouldn't think that she's a rapper, but she's actually really good, like a really good singer. But people got caught up into like.
Talking about the one who just was on XXL freshman cover.
Yes, I forget what's her name. I thought it was like.
I don't want to say her name wrong, but I know exactly.
Man, that's messed up. Can't nobody remember her name.
I can't find it right now. I ain't gonna take time up like that. But like it's basically like I get what the type of people you looking for. Like if you feel like you shouldn't be doing this type of thing, like those are the people.
It's Chica.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if you listened. Well, when back Lil Yachty had some music back then. He still got music, but Teenage Emotions, that was a big like album for me, more so just looking at the cover art. So it was like a bunch of kids. I don't know, was that in the movie theater, but it was a bunch of just different looks. And that's something we definitely want to recreate. I think about like even like Mean Girls. You look at like everyone's clicked up at a different table. Yeah, everyone, and that's life. We all kind of clicked up in different little communities that fit us. So we looking for one person from each little community to kind of show off.
That's networking at its essence of for real.
Beauty. It's The freaking circle of life.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's the circle of life. That's what we should be doing. We should be hand in hand, supporting each other, supporting each other's beauty, our flaws, all of that. That's what I love.
And it kind of goes with our mission too of trying to be inclusive instead of exclusive, for real. Like, we take any and everybody on the show. Like, you know, we want to put everybody out there. Whatever you do, we support you.
Okay, so I have, one question for y'all. Do y'all have anything y'all would like to say to the viewers? I mean, usually y'all have answered all of my questions without even me asking, so that's just bomb in general. But y'all have anything extra messages y'all want to say? Something important while y'all here. Y'all want to get off your chest.
Like, I got one too once y'all get that though.
Get off our chest. I think we just want interaction. We want to know your story. I feel like we share our story with all our different pieces. We want to know which story resembles with you, and if none of them do, share your story, and then we want to produce something for you.
Where can people do that? Like, just y'all Instagram, or will y'all ever create a platform to?
Yeah, so we have our Instagram, but we also have our website where you can go on the website and email us and drop boxes, anything that you want to share. So
yeah, so that sounds like that's next, to have some sort of platform to kind of have talks. I don't know how I feel about it. I like this podcast vibe, but I don't know about actually, like having a podcast or something like that. But definitely maybe starting off more with them IG lives and kind of having.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of promoting it too and making sure we got enough people in it, and maybe we get some questions prior so we have certain topics and stuff. Because with flaws, you can just ramble and go back and forth because there's so many, and that's the beauty of it. Like, hopefully with the drops, we never kind of get lost or tired of it, because we're going to keep finding new stories to talk about. So, yeah.
And my question is going to be, what would y'all tell that young person, that person that's about to, want to start their own brand? What's going to give them that push to just go and do it,
Don't undersell yourself, and don't be scared to do it. A lot of people try to undersell us and tell us we couldn't do this or we couldn't do that, or we're not going to have enough time to do this and that. There's no time like the present.
I'm going to just say, just go do it. I think, I talked about being an overthinker. Like, I'm back and forth in my mind, like this, that. Just do it. That was the biggest thing, putting that money down and like, oh, it's non-refundable. It's not coming back. And like, we talking in the thousands. So it's like, it's not a small little, couple hundred you just lost. So it's like, yeah, just go ahead and do it. Invest in yourself, whether it's clothing, whatever it is. Everyone's good at something. Everyone has a talent. So I think that's the biggest thing. Someone's got to work for someone, but we all got talent. So finding the best way to use it. And yeah, if you're passionate about something, go ahead and just invest in yourself. So that's where it starts.
Sir,
definitely appreciate that.
I do too. I would just want to thank you very much for coming on the show. I need y'all one more time to tell the audience where to follow you and find you at.
Yeah, Twitter, Instagram at my Flawed Reality, and also our website, flawedreality.us. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can follow us on our personal IGs as well. Mine is Toocraytae, so TOOCRAYTAE.
Yeah, mine is _moneyman Meech. I'm not gonna spell it.
Alrighty, well, I thank y'all very much for coming on the show.
And knowledge and gems for the people.
Yes, and we hope to have future collaborations, photo shoots, all that, article interviews, all that.
Yeah, we just want to thank y'all for this platform, just to get our stuff out there, get our voices heard.
I definitely appreciate y'all for having us.
Definitely. I want to shout out all the supporters out there, all the DeMatha gang tuning in, because I know the DeMatha is tuned in right now. All the fam tuned in. I definitely want to thank DJ Bree Mafia for coming on the show. Thank you so much.
Pleasure's always mine.
Y'all don't understand. We appreciate her and Trilla K. Okay?
Shout out Trilla K.
Yes.
Both equally. We ain't playing their favorites.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to OG Radio. It's your girl, Mishon La Reine.
And it's CJ.
And it's OG Radio, the radio station for our generation. Until next time.
your bad mind. Before you come my way, make sure you think twice. Look into my eyes, but I can never see eyes.
Scratch out my name, put the X on me. You should come check on me. Talk dirty and caress on me. You might as well get undressed for me. Love, how you get that too wet for me? Put a lot of stress on me. You used to obsess for me. Call the station and request for me. You don't win and got a big head on me. You're running me dry. Oh girl, you're running me dry. Cried my last teardrop. Saw bad when I told her bring it here. Drop down, pick it up, swing it around. I'ma go. Drop that down, I'ma pick it up, swing it around. I'ma go. Let's go. You tryna roll? Let's go, yeah. Oh, you're the reason I even saw bad when I told her bring it here. Drop down, pick it up, swing it around. I'ma go. Drop that down, I'ma pick it up, swing it around. I'ma go. Ay. Used to break my neck for you. Spend my paycheck on you. Put my account in the red for you. Damn near put myself in debt for you. You made me obsessed for you. Thought I had the same effect on you. Couldn't see I was the best for you. Now you gotta figure I was best for you. Trust, I'm not even sweating you. You ready, drop it again.
I just wanted someone I can chill with. Ride around the town, keep it real with. Fuck an Instagram, but you real lit. But you never fly $1 bills with. I just wanted someone I can slide, I can chill with. It ain't no sense in us wasting time, I can feel it. Know you've been searching just for this vibe, now you feel it. Real shit, ain't no bill split. I'm paying all of the cost. Put them other niggas to the side, fucking with a ball. I don't got friends with hella bands, but they in a vault. Button down with me, you ain't a man. The first of all, thinking you got up once again, you just took the loss. I used to count up the rubber bands just to hide my flaws. I used to slide in Mercedes Benz till I hit the wall. I wanna stay by your side, come on, let's go for a ride. Look like a star, you shine. I just want you to be mine, someone I can chill with. Ride around the town, keep it real with. Fuck an Instagram, but you real lit. Could you never fly $1 bills with? I just wanted someone I can slide, I can chill with. It ain't no sense in us wasting time, I can feel it. Know you've been searching just for this